me. So no, I don't regret calling him that word, because any man, I don't care what,
make a lying video saying that I stole money from an elderly woman. You want to make up lies, Gary, and then you call it it's all a good fun. This is not fun to destroy the reputation of somebody.
Hey, what's going on, folks? So we don't have a whole lot of time tonight, but there's people with questions, and I've managed to go ahead and wrangle Indigo here, as she is referred, and we're going to try to address people's concerns because there's a whole lot of moving parts and things that have transpired probably since I'd say at least November, right? So first things first, Indigo, there's a lot of people that have issues with some of the stuff that you say live, a lot of inconsistencies, trolling, and so that's something that you and I have spoken about actually privately and a little bit publicly. So do you want to sort of explain just sort of your outward behavior so folks sort of understand where your mindset is, at least?
So basically, to get everything out there, I was trolling Gman and Vaughn. Basically trying to figure them out. So basically I had to be a certain person and be a certain way to do that, pretty much.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So what has transpired over I would say the last 3 days? Because evidently, and this was a shock to me, you actually went and met Gman. So explain that for us.
So pretty much Gman was offering to help me out with something. So I was like, fine, you know, go ahead and do that, whatever. When he knew that I was already in a relationship with somebody.
Well, hold on for a second. Are you talking about because I'm aware of the ex-husband, but you were in another relationship currently, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so when G-Man is aware that you were in a relationship, are we talking about your ex-husband or current?
The current person I'm with.
Current, okay. Because so when you and I last spoke, I think you were still with your ex-husband, and that was one of the times G-Man had actually was calling you incessantly.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So pretty much he said that he was going to get a room. I was going to get a room. He said that he was going to pay for everything. So what happened was he came up here and basically was complaining about the prices and stuff. So he was like, how much would it be for 2 beds and all this other stuff like that or whatever. So he was like, I'm not paying that much. And then I'm like, you know, whatever. I'm just standing there, just listening. And then he got a room with 1 bed. So
okay.
I'm on the phone and I'm actually telling my boyfriend all this stuff because, you know, my boyfriend was not comfortable with this. He you know, he's like, what the hell? But I told you, man, I was like, you know, I could sleep in my car or whatever, or, you know, we're not gonna.
You cut out. You're muted, Indigo. We might be having some technical difficulties.
Off after being in you.
Sorry about that. Yeah, but
it's sterile and disgusting after being in you.
Sorry about that.
Wow. Who the fuck would want to fuck me after that?
Yeah.
Wow. It's true. Wow.
Okay. So pretty much he said that he was going to sleep on the floor. I actually told him. I was like, you can sleep on the floor and I can sleep in the bed. Or I can sleep on the floor and you can sleep in the bed. And, you know, that's how it was. I let my boyfriend know. There was a lot of times where I didn't even stay around G-Man that much. I was with my boyfriend. G-Man pretty much was starting to get irritated because he's like, I came all the way out here and you're out. Well, I have a boyfriend. I also have real life errands and shit that I have to run. And, you know, I can't be sitting up in a hotel room all day. I also have to work. I do DoorDash. So he was starting to get irritated with that.
The fact that you had errands to do and money to make.
Yeah, and that I wanted to see my boyfriend. Well, my boyfriend's like not comfortable with me in this whole situation.
I would imagine staying in a hotel room with another guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, he what is that, Saturday? I think it was Saturday night. He took my let me see. No, not Saturday night, sorry. Sunday night. He took my phone.
When you say
And my
he,
boyfriend was trying.
when you say
he took my-
Gman, so wait, Gman and you are in a hotel, and Gman decides that he wants to take your phone.
Yeah, because I was talking to my boyfriend. He was like, "You're always talking it like almost like we're going out or something like that." And I'm like, "What the hell, dude? Like, you're not my fucking man." So I grabbed my phone, like I tried to laugh it off, and I went to go grab my phone, and he took it out of my hand and he turned my phone off.
Oh wow!
And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, what? Like, that was weird.
So this man that you
And
never,
he
never,
knows-
well, hold on. This man that you've never met before takes your phone, and the only contact that you have nearby is your boyfriend, and that you contact him via that phone, and so he's taking the phone from you because he doesn't want you to have it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure because that's a lot of red flags, especially for a lot of women. Why would a guy want to do that? Because now you're isolated, right, with this guy that you've never met before. And so he wants to make sure that he's controlling who you can and can't talk to.
Right. And what's even more fucked up about the situation is G-Man knows about my situation, and he knows that my husband used to do that.
Oh wow. Okay. So he
him
decides
knowing that.
because he didn't. So when I met him, he didn't do that to anybody because there was a lot of people on their phones all the time. And at no point in time did he try and snatch somebody else's phone that I remember.
Yeah, he tried to snatch my phone. Well, he didn't try to. He took it and was like, I'm here. I came all the way up here, whatever, and we're supposed to hang out and all this other stuff like that or whatever. But, and I was like, that's understandable. But my boyfriend wants to talk to me. He wants to stay on the phone with me because he's not comfortable with the situation. So I was talking the entire time. I'm texting and talking to my boyfriend or going to go spend time with him. So G-Man seemed like he was, I don't know if he was jealous or what, but like pretty much he's overstepping his fucking bounds. And I didn't know how to deal with that because I'm like, all right, I'm here. This dude, G-Man's here, and I'm trying to figure out like what to do because I've never been in a situation like this before.
Okay, so now this is a pretty far-fetched story, I have to say. So after with this phone taking incident, was this?
You want to say something? My boyfriend's right here.
Is he? Okay, so please do, please.
Yeah, she was on the phone with me the whole time and talking to me. And yeah, he snatched the phone, and I straight told her, I was like, "You tell him if he takes your phone again, I'm gonna fuck him up. I don't play that shit."
Right. So.
And
yeah, go ahead.
I even, she introduced me to him, and the whole time she introduced me to him, he's trying to act all big and bad, like he's something, but he was scared at the same time. And then after he left today, he wanted to start sending threatening messages and stuff like that. Well, here's the thing: like, if you was gonna do something, you would have did it right here whenever you were in front of him.
Okay.
He wanted to be racist, talking about because I'm white. And I got tattoos, I guess because I wasn't black, Here's the thing, I got a biracial daughter, so I'm not racist at all, but like don't come at me like that,
Okay, so when G-Man did this, the phone taking part, was this before or after the live stream? Just so we get a time frame.
This was before this was before the live stream. Yeah.
Okay, so he eventually did give the phone back while you guys were live. Y'all did the live stream.
No, he didn't give it back. I took it. He didn't give it back. I took the phone from him.
You took
I
it from,
took it not from him, but I took it out the drawer. He put it in the dresser drawer.
Okay, so
So I took it back. I plugged it up because it needed to charge, and I turned my phone back on.
Okay. So, I've mentioned this to you before. There's some things that were said after the fact. I think you were talking to Gentleman Pioneer and some others, and you would express the concern, especially with Gman's volume and his sort of need for control, that sort of thing that really rubbed you the wrong way. But the people who were watching didn't really pick up on that, right? So was there something going on there, or was there a particular part that people can watch where like it's clear that you were really uncomfortable?
When he started yelling, and you could probably look at my facial expressions and how I was, I wasn't laughing anymore. It wasn't funny anymore. I'm like, okay, I couldn't tell if he was just doing this like as an act or if he was really, really pissed. Like he was really mad, and I realized he was really mad. And then the way that he kept taking the mouse and stuff from me on the computer, I'm like, all right, like this shit's gone too far. And I'm like, dude, you need help.
Okay, so there's something that occurred after the fact. I'm guessing it was the streams where you were sort of expressing your discontent with the whole situation, because I'd watched I watched people review Gman's little outburst today where he's talking about exposing you. So what exactly happened that would cause Gman to try and, quote unquote, expose you?
I guess expose me for what my personal situation. And once again, it goes to show that he likes doxing people. Because there was nothing else to freaking expose. I didn't do anything.
Okay. And he did threaten to find people in your real life to help do this exposing,
Yeah, he got mad because I wouldn't give him a ride back to Baltimore. Because I was like, I'm uncomfortable. I'm not driving down there for an hour with that dude.
Okay, fair enough. So the people that he's talking about enlisting to help him in this crusade against you, do they have anything to do with this screenshot that I have here of what looks like a protective order?
Gman sent me like 26 messages almost back to back. And I can actually I probably can't screenshot it, right? But I'll screenshot and I'll send it to you after sorry.
You okay? Let's give into a few seconds.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was weird.
Okay, go ahead. So yeah.
But yeah, pretty much he sent them back to back. Basically almost 30 messages in total.
30?
Today. Yes. And I can screenshot that and I can send it to you after the show. But pretty much threatening that he's saying that if I don't make an apology video within 7 hours or 5 hours, that he was going to go and tell all my business pretty much. And as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot that and send it to you.
Okay, cool. Because that sounds like a pretty direct threat, and I'm guessing it has something to do with one of the names mentioned here in this protective order.
Yeah, my husband.
Okay, so and
if my husband come on there and talk about our case, that's his ass, and he knows that.
So Gman is threatening to enlist the help of your ex-husband, who you have a protective order against.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And Gman is fully aware that there is a current protective order, the one that we're looking at, in fact, out against this man. Gman's aware of that.
Yeah, he knows everything.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, so I can't really, like, there's a bit of irony here where Gman speaks about people abusing others and harassing others, but he's willing to enlist an abuser, someone who the court has issued a protective order against in his online crusade. So that's interesting. I
just sent it to you. I just sent you there was the first round of messages he sent me.
Okay, let me see if I can. So I'm going to show people these messages. Let me click on the right thing. There we go. All right. Give me just 2 seconds, folks. Okay, and so this is the series. Yep, here it is. All right. There it is. Let me make sure that that's proper. Okay, so put that there. All right. So this is Gman. It says, hold on, what is this? I said, Vanessa, it's 9:29 a.m. We was supposed to leave at 9. Where are you? You need to come get this stuff that's here. This is really messed up. You did me wrong. You have until my phone charge, or at least 5 hours, to stop lying and tell the truth. If not, I will fox you. But I'll bring your husband to my channel. I'm guessing he means dox. The D is next to the F. And so the clock is ticking. Stop lying, and I will call the hotel and have them kick you out of my room. So that it looks like that's a pretty direct threat to dox you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hold on, wait, there's more.
There's okay. Oh, well, while you get that, so the thing with you and Vaughn, right? Kid, let's touch on that, because Vaughn went on a tirade today that I am somewhat familiar with, because you and I spoke about it several months ago, about you and sort of we'll call it catfishing of Vaughn Helton. Do you want to expound upon that?
Yeah, pretty much Vaughn. The only reason why Vaughn was being nice to me, and you know, I was trying to. There was some times where I was trying to talk to Vaughn, and I actually felt bad for him sometimes. But then there's other times where I'm like, all right, this dude's a fucking monster. So,
Really?
you know, pretty much the way you get Vaughn is you pretty much lead him on.
Sexually.
But
It's when you say lead him on, you're talking about sexually, right? Or is hello? I think you might have cut out. It's 2 seconds.
yeah, I don't have a good signal. Sorry.
Okay, take your time.
But yeah, pretty much he with the stuff that Vaughn was saying back to me, like especially about women and all this other stuff like that or whatever, was really starting to get to me. I actually stopped talking to Vaughn as much because of that, because it's like he has this weird idea of what a housewife or what a wife is supposed to be.
Oh,
Like,
okay. So real quick,
yeah, and especially he's talking about his black girlfriends and stuff like that or whatever. He was talking about me. I'm not his girlfriend. But
okay. So real quick, yeah. So he says, I will not fox you, but you bring your husband. I'll bring your husband to my channel. So that's let me definitely correct that. But so the issue. So when Vaughn would mention a black girlfriend, he was talking about you.
he was talking about me and somebody else, because he was talking about I'm trying to get these 2 Asian women here and this black woman he was talking to and me. I guess he want like 4 wives or whatever that's going to come there and clean this house and fix this house. Because I was like, I know how to, you know, I am a handy person. I know how to fix stuff in the house. He was like, oh, that's good. You could come and fix my door. You could come and fix all this stuff in my house. I'm like, yeah, like it was just weird.
So was there any? So this was a part of a harem, though. If from my understanding is that it was you
Yeah.
and other women involved in this. So it was also my understanding that each woman had their own role, and that
Yeah,
was
pretty
may or may
much.
not have been based on their race or ethnicity.
I think that like especially with the race, I'm gonna be honest, like the stuff that he says about it's almost like I'm talking to somebody from the 1940s or 50s. The way that he talks about black people, and it's cringy as fuck. It really is. But I'd had to sit there and endure that and listen to that, and I'm like, okay, so my role is to be what, like the mammy or some shit? Like, is that what I'm supposed to be?
And he's explaining this to you that as a black woman in his harem, this is your role and your responsibilities.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the two Asian girls are pretty. Me,
Right.
I'm like, I'm not skinny. I guess I'm the mammy. I'm the fat. I want to be there to take care of the kids and shit like that.
so I guess so the skinnier Asian wives have a different role than the black wife.
Yeah,
So
they are pretty much fuckable.
okay, so their job is being the bed winch of Von Helton essentially.
I guess.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. So that a bit about the supposed trip to Kentucky. There's screenshots that I have to dig them up, but there are screenshots of Vaughn talking to you about a supposed trip to Kentucky. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I kept telling him I was going to come out there to Kentucky and all this other stuff like that or whatever, and to get him to say more stuff. So he was like, "Oh, go on a Greyhound or what?" Oh, here's the other thing. He was like, "Indigo, if you was here, they wouldn't have took my damn kids and all this other stuff." Like it's almost like he was blaming me for his kids being taken away.
The most
And I'm
recent,
over here like,
the most recent event where they took the kids.
yeah.
Oh wow.
And then,
Okay.
yeah. But when he says that, when he said like, "Indigo, you should have been here. You should have brought your behind to Kentucky," he's talking about me coming up there to take care of his kids, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, because so in some of those messages, it sounds like he loaded up the kids in this truck when he had them to meet you somewhere in town to come get you.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's
See, I didn't know that he did that. But I was like, I'll call you when I get there, and I never went there. But I didn't know he loaded the kids up and drove. Like, I didn't find out about that until like a couple days later. So.
Oh wow. Okay, you met a lot of this sounds really far fetched. You have to imagine from other people's perspective that a lot of this sounds really crazy to them.
Yeah, it is. I'm not a average. I wouldn't want to say average person, but I'm the type of person that, I do have some fear, but I will push the envelope, I guess you could say, to try to get information pretty much.
Okay, and you were trying to get information from Vaughn, Gman. So for Vaughn, I'm guessing it had to do a lot with the kids and the abuse of the kids.
Yeah, the thing with the kids, there was when that one private stream we had, what was it, back in,
Yeah, I think it was back in like late last year. Me, you, and Frank had a sit down chat off air.
yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
remember that.
where I was topless and Vaughn kid came in the room and he told this little girl was in there, and I tried to cover the blanket, and he was like, "Hey, this Indigo, say hi." Not Indigo. He's like, "Here's Vanessa, whatever, say hi." And then I'm like, "What the fuck?
So
Like, you're not even gonna try to turn the camera?" And I had to turn my camera off because he wouldn't even make the girl leave the room at first.
So wait, you and Vaughn are cybering essentially, and
No, we weren't cybering. I just flashed them or whatever.
you flash. Okay, just showing him some breasts. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're topless on screen talking to Vaughn. Y'all having grown folks talk. One of the kids just casually walks in. Vaughn doesn't try to cover up anything. In fact, he's trying to introduce you topless to his underage child.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So that doesn't sound too strange to me. Yes, me and Frank have seen the tit pics. That's fine. I'm responding to the chat. So, with that being said, so the situation with the kids, okay, I can get. So, what information were you trying to figure out about Gman? So, what was the motivation for getting close to Gman?
Well, Gman, one of the things I found out about Gman is that his supposed, I guess you say his wife or whatever, he tried to tell me that the kid is not his biological kid.
Oh, so he does have a wife.
Yeah, he did have a wife, and there was a child. But he's trying to say that the kid was his stepkid. And the reason why he doesn't have a license is because child support.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so that's
because he had 3 vans that was given to him recently that are pretty much decent. And I'm like, why would you turn around and sell them cheap to other people? Like, I would shoot one of those vehicles I would love to have.
and
You know,
so
my vehicle is raggedy.
he acquired 3 vans.
Yeah.
Were these from family members or?
Just recently and sold them dirt cheap.
Oh, okay, because that's wow. That is wow. All right, so let's chat a bit because I guess Gman realizes by now that what you and him talked about concerning me, you told me instantly. Gman was under the impression that he had some type of lawyer that was going to sue me. Can you expound upon that a little bit?
Now, supposedly, Gentleman Pioneer is supposed to be part of this. I don't know how, but I don't know too much about that. And all he keeps saying is, I can't tell anybody. I can't tell anybody. Well, me having a cousin who's actually an attorney and his father was a judge in Baltimore, I spoke to them and told them what G-Man told me. And they said, whoever G-Man talking to is fucking with him. And if G-Man's paying him, they're ripping him off.
So we've confirmed the lawsuit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Oh, we did know. So, and then of course we do have the recording that G-Man and you talking where he's gloating that he's going to own my channel and take my GI Bill and all the other kind of stuff. But
nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, so just so people are aware, Frank is going to edit that and we're going to release that recording later. While G-Man was gloating, thinking that
you know, I'm going to be all over your
chat. Hold on.
And a mouth for me too, and I know how to use it.
Nigga, you gay.
I'll read all these at the end. So while G-Man's gloating about what he thinks is happening, I know everything.
Yeah. It's sterile and disgusting after being in you. Wow. Who the fuck would want to fuck me after that? Wow. It's true. Wow.
Okay. So this is quite the story. And all this has been transpiring over the past few months. You were fully aware when G-Man obtained the house, yet he was lying about it publicly.
Yeah, he claims he owns the house in Scranton, and I haven't seen. I was like, did Shanny and them actually fill out paper? You know, you have to just give somebody a house. That right there, I'm not even sure if he actually owns the house or not. And the fact that whenever something comes up with Shanny or whatever, like, and here's the thing, Shanny probably should know, G-Man's talking shit behind your back. So I'm like, and the reason why he's not upfront with them, I think, is because he knows that he does not own that house fully or something, because he won't even check Shanny when they do the shit that, like, when I'm sitting in a hotel and he's up there talking shit or whatever, while what is that, Rev was sending him like these you know how you get like the audio messages or whatever on your phone,
yeah,
when you send it to somebody instead of texting. And then he's over there like mocking Rev and shit like that. And then I'm like, I thought y'all supposed to be friends.
So wait, so he's showing solidarity to Rev News publicly, but then off air he's talking shit about it.
Yeah. And I showed you the screenshot from the message.
Yep, so I have one right here. He's saying exactly how was your day so far, because I got 1 hour of sleep last night, but I'm not complaining. Shanny just did a full 180 on me. Now she's calling me racist. And then you go, what? Yeah, she's clout chasing. Go to her channel. I will call you later tonight. Is that one of the screenshots you're talking about?
Yeah.
So he's saying that Shanny's trying to clout chase.
Yeah. And then he tries to clean up and tries to say, you know, that not just clout chasing, he said other shit.
Like
but
what?
like basically, when I was like, I was like, you sound like you don't like or rap or whatever. And he's like, well, there's something going on in works right now I can't talk about. So, on air, like we're not going to talk about that or whatever. So I don't know what that means, but he didn't tell me what that meant. So I'm guessing that he's just kissing her ass so that he can get that house or stay there or whatever.
So the house isn't fully his. So that's something that a lot of people were talking about, because there's nothing, like, he doesn't have the money for property tax, and that I was informed that he can't even get the electricity cut on. If he can't even afford a hotel room.
Yeah, he was trying to get me to stay at that house. He was like, that I had the house up here. He was like, you can come stay here, but there's no electricity, and I can try to see if I can get the water running. I'm like,
Wait.
House?
Wait, hold on. So he's trying to get you to stay in this house that he doesn't officially own, and you're already feeling some type of way. And I'm showing a screenshot right now of you saying, "Hey, I'm in the tub," and he's showing hearts and an apple or some shit like that. So you already know something is up, and he can't even get the electricity on.
Yeah.
That's romantic. That nothing gets to a woman than a cold house that you don't own. So,
right.
So this is ridiculous. So how much more time do you have? Because I don't want to keep you too long.
I have to get ready to go.
That's fine. We can do a part 2 later. There's plenty enough here to talk about. People are going to draw their own conclusions, but we do have some screenshots here, and this is, some of them are very fascinating. But are there any sort of last thoughts that you want to offer?
Yeah. Don't meet people on YouTube.
Yeah, and so did somebody warn you about meeting Gman in person?
Everybody did.
Okay.
Everybody.
Okay.
But I was like, I had to see what was gonna happen. And sure enough, everybody was right.
Okay, I had to check. So, people were definitely wondering about this. People saw you with Gman's jersey on, the same one that he had on previously. Was there something going on between you and Gman? Perhaps something touchy-feely?
No, I was actually with my boyfriend that day. I came to the hotel. Gman was like, "Oh, I'm about to do a live stream or whatever," and I was like, "All right, cool." And then he was like, "Here," he pulled the jersey or whatever out of the bag and was like, "Here, you should wear this so that we can look like like a team or whatever." And I'm like, I'm looking at it, and I smelled it, and I'm like.
You smelled it? Wait, you smelled the jersey. So what did it smell like?
Like it been washed with fucking hand soap, like not even detergent. Like
Wait, the jersey smelled like it been with hand soap?
Yeah, and I know what that smell like because I have washed clothes with hand soap before. Like it has a certain smell to it.
Oh my god. Okay. So, but Gman himself didn't smell too crazy, I'm hoping.
I tried to stay not too close to him. Just try to keep my distance.
Okay, fair enough. Did Gman make any? Oh, and then we're going to sort of close out on this. I see people asking in chat. Did Gman try to overtly get at you? You know what I mean?
When he was talking to Vaughn or whatever, he was live streaming with Vaughn, and he was like, "Vaughn, I'm not trying to take your girl or whatever," and all this other stuff. And then Gman was like, "Look, off the floor," and he was like showing how much he could lift because they were both talking about when they used to go to the gym, and all this other stuff like that. So Gman picks me up.
He physically picks you up.
No, and I didn't say anything.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
I'm sorry. While Vaughn was on the video chat talking to us, so he picks me up in front of Vaughn, and then he picks me up again, like over his shoulder, and I was like, put me down, man.
Okay.
You don't want me touching you, or like like he's when you say he's touchy feely, he's like that. And he told me that I like to play around and joke around and stuff like that. And at one time he had in the parking lot, or whatever. The guy was fixing. There was some guy that was fixing the front of my van. My bumper had like partially came off, and then he was like, I forget what he said, but then a little bit. He was like, "Here, you can push me back." So I pushed him a little bit. I didn't push him really hard, and then he just shoved the shit out of me, like to the side. I'm like, dude, I almost fucking fell. I'm like,
Kind of like a kid.
Like he's like overly aggressive.
Oh.
Yeah, like a big ass kid. He was running through the fucking home. He was trying to race. He was like, he was like, you said you're faster than me when we run or whatever. He was like, let's run. And I was like, I'm not running in the hallway. And he was like, come on. And he's walking around the hotel, number one, with socks on. In the hotel. It's a motel, by the way, so it's dirty. And I'm looking, I'm like, you just walking around the floors around here with your socks on, like just throughout the fucking hotel. And then running through the damn hotel, like just being loud. And that shit is uncomfortable to me. I don't like that shit. I don't like it when people are loud like that around me.
That sounds very familiar. It's almost like we have a video of him doing the exact same thing in our hotel. I'm trying to keep up with this damn chat. We're about to close it out, folks. That's enough. That's enough for now. We can go over some the more receipts later, but this is definitely surreal. People do want to confirm, how tall is Gman approximately, if you had to say so.
Gman. See, I'm 5'1". I'll say Gman is like, how tall you think he is? You say probably about a little over 6.
A little over 6 feet tall?
You think so? But you're taller than him.
So
what? Mm.
I didn't catch what he said.
Oh, he said that he has to be like 6 foot.
a little over 6 foot, because I'm 5'11", and he's a little taller than me.
Yeah, he's a little taller than him.
I don't know about that, because I'm 6'1", and he definitely was not my height. But okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so it must be.
6 foot.
It has to be like close to that, I guess, maybe. But he was bragging. I will tell you this: he was bragging about how tall you are compared to him. And then he was talking shit about Redline, talking about Redline's is skinny. He's this small. He's this small.
He is. So y'all have a day out, and y'all are talking about stuff, and so he randomly brings me up and how big I am.
Yeah, like he dragged. I swear on my mom, and my mom passed away. God rest her soul. This dude just kept saying dragoons, drag. And I'm like, the fuck do you dream about drag? Like, I'm like every 5 minutes, and I'm over here trying to deal with my shit in my real life, and I'm gonna be. And guess what? He wakes up. First thing he does is go on his phone, and I don't know who he talks to, whatever that's on his phone, and then he goes on YouTube. So I'm like, so you're watching, like, why are you watching? Then you claim that you don't watch their video. He watches. I'm telling you.
So he watches my videos then. You can confirm that.
Yes. He watches just to see if you're going to mention him or talk about him or whatever.
Oh, of course. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for your time, and I didn't catch the boyfriend's name. Thank you, sir, for your patience. Hey, if Gman steps out of line, clock him. I'll put money on your books. All right.
Got you.
All right. I'm not even joking about that. Please do.
I'm not either.
Yeah, my boyfriend was about to fuck him up because he was watching the live stream when Gman was in there acting crazy. And my boyfriend was texting me on my phone. He was like, "Get the fuck out of there." He was like, "Shut down the stream and get the fuck out of there."
Yeah, that's okay. No, some of us are going to be taking a trip to New York, so he's more than welcome to join us. But on that note, thank you for your time. We'll have to do this again. Thank you all for showing. I'm not sure if Black Guy TV is still live. I might open up a separate stream just to have people come in and sort of chat about what they heard. Take everything with a grain of salt, folks. We got some receipts, and of course, you're going to hear from Gman later, say this, that, and the other, so who knows. But anyway.